hate saying because it just fucking ruins everything. Right, boys, I think it's time that I made my own Pokemon generation tier list. If you saw my Soul Silver no damage run, I did mention I stopped liking Generation 2, and I did not shed light on why that is. I didn't really do a good job explaining myself, and I hope I can clear that up with this video, where I just basically rank every generation. Now, this is my opinion, so if you don't like it, well, you're entitled to your own opinion. I have mine, you have yours. Now that I have your attention, if you disagree with me, you're fucking wrong.
My opinion is right, your opinion is fucking stupid.
Anyway, like this video, like and subscribe, comment in the comment section about how much you disagree with my opinion. I will not look at them, but it will really help with the algorithm. Anyway, let's just jump into it. We'll just go from Generation 1 to Generation 8, okay? So let's start with Generation 1. Generation 1, okay generation. I guess I have to like hold back on stuff like game mechanics because it's the first generation and I have to like go easy on it. If you believed anything I just said in the last 5 seconds, I'm gonna have to disappoint you because I'm not that nice. Generation 1 was a broken fucking mess. The gameplay was a broken fucking mess. I cannot defend this. I'm not going to let nostalgia fucking ruin with my brain and like give it a better score than it actually deserves. It had some of the most unoriginal, uncreative designs, but it did have some pretty cool ones as well. I'm not going to deny that. And it was also like pretty difficult because unlike some other gens is that it doesn't hold your hand as much. And you kind of have to figure things out for yourself, which I do really like in video games. Overall, Generation 1, broken mess, pretty difficult. It has an okay quality of Pokemon, while also having like some of the worst fucking designs in the entire game. It's like I'm contradicting myself, but this is why it gets a perfect, just okay. Now let's go to Generation 2, and I can finally explain myself by what I meant when I said that Generation 2 was not my favorite generation. The story of Generation 2 was just completely horrid. It's the worst story in a Pokemon game ever. It's just a bunch of remnants of Team Rocket trying to get their boss back. Like nothing like life-threatening, nothing super dangerous. They did hijack a radio tower. Wow, great. And then right at the end, by all the admins of Team Rocket, again and again, and right at the end, there's Archer. A guy that has never been mentioned. A guy that you've never ever seen before. Like at least in other Pokemon games they show the main villain multiple times, but in this game they just said, oh, we just have to make some kind of boss character, so let's just slap this blue-haired prick in here. Whatever, it's fine. It was fucking stupid. It also has some really bad Pokemon designs, but at the same time it does have some good Pokemon. There are some really good Pokemon like Tyranitar and Feraligatr and Typhlosion. I do like this Pokemon. I do like the Pokemon a lot. Also has Crobat. Crobat's cool. Also has some pretty good music, like its most iconic track being the Champion Lance fight. Other than that, like the only saving grace of Gen 2 is the fact that it has the second generation, because Johto as a region itself is fucking bland, which is a yikes. So it's going to get a solid F. On to Generation 3. Overall, I think the story is bad because apparently the team leaders of Team Aqua and Team Magma are colorblind. They think blue orb works on red Pokemon and red orb works on blue Pokemon. That's not how that works. You had a 50-50 shot and you fucking squandered it. Generation 3 Pokemon were okay. Has some bad designs, just like every generation it has like some bad designs, but this is where designs started to get better. It also has like my favorite Pokemon and my favorite starter. My favorite starter being Mudkip and my favorite Pokemon being Aggron. But the music in Generation 3 is horrible. Absolutely horrible. Because of the trumpet. The trumpet makes every track in Generation 3 sound horrible. Anyway, but besides like the music being bad and the story being boring, I'm gonna still give it a just okay, just because there's some good Pokemon, and overall it was a pretty difficult game. Yeah, basically that. Now on to Generation 4. Generation 4, I think it has the best story. It's just so extra. Basically, they just say, oh, we want to create an entire new universe because fuck this universe, fuck all the people here. I'm just gonna capture the gods of time and space and just get the fuck out of here. Which I think is fucking badass. I've said fuck a lot of times now, but I feel comfortable saying fuck a lot of times. It also introduced a lot of evolutions and pre-evolutions to a lot of the Pokemon that already existed, which make those Pokemon like so much better. And there are also like some new Pokemon introduced in the generation that I really like. Like, I think the starters of that generation are like the best starters, like the best 3 starters that you can get. Like in other generations, there's always like the one starter that's better than other starters. I think in Generation 4, all the starters are equally viable. Generation 4 music also is like really good. Like none of the tracks miss, every track slaps. Even though the gameplay is like slow, which is fixed in Platinum obviously. But it's really nice, like even if the gameplay is slow, it was just really fun to walk through the routes and listen to the music because the music was so damn good. So with like a really good story, really good Pokemon, and some really good music, I'm gonna put you in the actually good tier, because overall Generation 4 was just a phenomenal game. Now on to Generation 5, and everyone that used to say that Generation 5 was the worst generation and now backpedals and says it's the best generation, fuck all of you. I like Gen 5 from the start. I'm a fucking hipster, I'll admit that right here, right now. Now with Generation 5, it had some of the best Pokemon designs. I think Generation 5 had the highest quality of Pokemon that were added to the Pokedex, because it has a lot of great Pokemon like Mandibuzz, Darmanitan, Emboar, Reuniclus I think is a great Pokemon, and just overall it has like a lot of really good quality. And the story is also like really good because of the plot twist at the end, because the entirety of Team Plasma assumes that they're fighting for Pokemon liberation and like ending the Pokemon slavery because they don't want you to beat up other people's pets with your pets. And then right at the end, Gets is like, well actually no, I just did that so I was the only one with Pokemon and I could just like overpower everyone. It's a very solid story. Again, just like in Generation 4, Generation 5 music was just really good. Like none of the tracks really missed. Every track was a banger in some way. And it also has some really underrated tracks, like Village Bridge is forever. I think it's one of the best tracks in video game music history. It's so calming. And what they did with it, in like, if you go to the Village Bridge and you can talk to like the different people to activate more instruments and add more onto the song, I think that was so incredible. It's also like the only song up to that point in Pokemon that had actual vocals in it. So with like the best some of the best Pokemon, a really solid story, really solid music. But yeah, overall I think the game is pretty difficult. It's also going to be actually good, and it's probably going to be here. It's going to be in front of Generation 4. I feel like Generation 5 as a whole is more solid than Generation 4. Now on to Generation 6. Well, Generation 6 just kind of sucked in every regard. So it's just going to be in bad. Just easy clap. Now for Generation 7. I'm not the biggest fan of Generation 7. I still think it's like better than most games. Ultra Sun and Moon were just supposed to be Sun and Moon. Like Sun and Moon should never have happened. It should have just been Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. See, they're all just like okay. There's nothing like that really stands out. The music was pretty bad, however. Other than that, the game was pretty difficult. That's cool. I do like a pretty good difficult game, so I'm gonna put it in pretty okay, because I feel like as like gameplay wise, it had like a lot of quality elements to it. Oh, Gen 8 story is so boring. Hop having to say, oh my god, you know how to use a super effective move in basically the champion battle, is so fucking stupid. And then they implement this stupid feature. Fucking Dynamax. Dynamax is stupid. I didn't mention this in the Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun thing, but Z Crystals, I dislike Z moves already, because just a stupid nuke that you can use as an emergency exit. It doesn't have any strategy. Like there's just like a lack of strategy. It's just like, oh, he's just about to press his nuke and you get a guaranteed kill. Not fun. Now with Dynamax, it's the same thing times 3, because you get 3 nukes and you get some bonus out of it. It shouldn't exist. Just bring back Megas. Bring back Megas. So with its boring story, pretty shit fucking mechanics, overall piss poor quality, that's some okay Pokemon. Not gonna lie, that's some pretty okay Pokemon. And like pretty bad music, which is an unpopular opinion. People really liked the music in Gen 8. I did not. There's nothing that stands out. The gym theme is being ruined by people constantly screaming, "Ah!" Generation 8 is gonna get a solid bad from me, but in front of Pokemon Y. So that's the tier list. If you disagree with my opinions, be sure to comment below so you can help me with the algorithm. I don't have an outro. Like, comment. Watch my Soul Silver video, please. I want that video to blow up.